Hello dear students, I am Professor Dinesh Patel from JG College of Commerce, Ahmedabad. The topic which we are covering today is a part of Gujarat University FY BCom Semester 1 syllabus. The name of the subject is Principle of Economics 1, Unit number 3, Elasticity of Demand, and the topic which we are covering today is a price elasticity of demand, its meaning and types, which is frequently asked in the university exam. This question will be asked as explain the meaning and types of price elasticity of demand along with its diagram. So let's start our topic today. Before we start knowing what is elasticity and price elasticity of demand, we must know what is the difference between the law of demand and elasticity of demand. Here in the introduction, you can see that according to the law of demand, when we keep other factors constant, there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. So according to law of demand, the price and demand having inverse relationship when we keep other factors constant. What we mean by inverse relationship? The inverse relationship shows when the price goes up, demand goes down, and when the price goes down, demand goes up. So the law of demand indicates only the direction of change due to price, while the law of demand does not indicate or does not show if there is a change in the price, then due to that how much change in the demand will be there. So if we really want to know that due to the change in price how much change the demand will come, that will be known only with the help of elasticity of demand. Okay, so the law of demand, it just indicates the direction of change, while the elasticity of demand shows the extent at which the demand will change due to the change in price and other factors. This concept of elasticity of demand is very useful for the producer, the seller, as well as the government. Now there are four types of elasticity of demand are there. One is the price elasticity of demand, another is the income elasticity of demand, the third one is the cross elasticity of demand, and the fourth one is advertisement elasticity of demand. So there are four types of elasticity of demands are there, under which we are going to discuss today. We are going to discuss the price elasticity of demand. Now you can see in the slide that here I have given the price elasticity of demand meaning. Now what we mean by price elasticity of demand? The price elasticity of demand, it means it shows the percentage or the proportionate change in the quantity demanded due to the percentage change in price of that commodity. So अगर किसी चीज की प्राइस में कोई भी तरह का परसेंटेज चेंज आता है तो उसकी वजह से उसकी डिमांड में कितना चेंज आएगा, that we can know with the help of price elasticity of demand. So in other words, what we mean by price elasticity of demand? The price elasticity of demand, it shows the degree of responsiveness in demand to change due to the change in the price of that commodity. यानी अगर किसी चीज की प्राइस में कोई भी चेंज होता है तो उसकी वजह से उसकी डिमांड में कितना चेंज होगा, वो अगर हमको जानना है तो हम किससे जान सकते हैं? With the help of price elasticity of demand. Okay. Now here is the formula for price elasticity of demand. The formula of price elasticity of demand is the percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity X divided by the percentage change in the price of a commodity. So in the numerator we mention the percentage change in demand, while in the denominator we represent the percentage change in price. For more clarification of what is price elasticity of demand, let's take an example. The price elasticity of demand will indicate, suppose if the price changes or rises by 10%, due to that the demand will fall or change, that we know. But if the price changes by 10% and due to that the demand will change, but how much change in the demand will be there? If we really want to know that, we must learn the concept of price elasticity of demand. So if the price changes by 10% and if we want to know that the demand will change exactly by more than 10%, less than 10% or equal to 10%, that can be explained only with the help of price elasticity of demand. Now let's move towards the types of price elasticity of demand, which is a main answer. Now you can see on the screen that the types of price elasticity of demand. Under the types of price elasticity of demand, there are 5 types. The first type, that is elastic demand, which is known as price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Here PED indicates price elasticity of demand. So when the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, it is known as elastic demand. When the price elasticity of demand is less than 1, when the answer comes less than 1, then it is known as inelastic demand. The third type, when the price elasticity of demand is equal to 1, it is known as unitary elastic demand. The fourth one, when the price elasticity of demand is infinity or infinite, then it is known as the perfectly elastic demand. The fifth type, the last one, that is the price elasticity of demand is equal to 0. When the price elasticity of demand is equal to 0, it is known as perfectly inelastic demand. So types of price elasticity of demand has been divided into 5 parts: elastic demand, inelastic demand, unitary elastic demand, perfectly elastic demand and perfectly inelastic demand, which is known as PED is greater than 1, PED is less than 1, PED is equal to 1, PED is equal to infinity and the PED is equal to 0. Now we will discuss the first type, which is known as elastic or more elastic demand. It is also known as relatively elastic demand, where the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. When the answer will come greater than 1? When definitely the numerator is greater than the denominator. Okay. So here you can see what we mean by elastic demand. Elastic demand, it means when the percentage change in demand of X, here the symbol is percent, this triangle represents delta and delta represents change. So how we can read this? This D represents demand and X is a commodity. Same way, percentage, delta means change and Px means price of X. So how we can read it out? The percentage change in demand of X is greater than percentage change in price of X. So here it clearly indicates that when the percentage change in demand of X is greater than the percentage change in price, then it is known as elastic demand. यानी कि जब किसी चीज का परसेंटेज चेंज इन डिमांड उसकी परसेंटेज चेंज इन प्राइस से ज्यादा होगा तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? इलास्टिक डिमांड बोलेंगे. इज इट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? नाउ द मीनिंग ऑफ इलास्टिक डिमांड that is already discussed now. Now let's take an example. Suppose the initial price of X commodity is rupees 100. At that time, the initial quantity demanded was 200 units. Okay. Now suppose that the price will change or the price will fall from rupees 100 to rupees 75. So due to that, we will get a new price. Okay. And because of that, the demand will also change, and the demand will change from 200 to 300 units. So here you can see that our initial price is 100 and our new price is now 75. So the difference or the change in the price is 25%, while the demand changes from 200 units to 300 units. So the change in demand is 50%. So it clearly indicates that in this case, the percentage change in demand is 50%, while the percentage change in price is only 25%. So which one is greater? Definitely the percentage change in demand of X, that is 50%, is greater than the percentage change in price of X, that is 25%. If we see the equation, then what was our equation in the price elasticity of demand? Our equation is price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in demand of X divided by percentage change in price of X. If we put the value in it, then here you can see that our percentage change in demand was 50%. So at a numerator, we have written 50, that shows percentage change in demand of X, and in the denominator we have to write down the percentage change in price of X, which is 25 here. So we have written 25 in the denominator. So when we divide 50 with 25, what will be the answer? The answer is 2, and when it is 2, it is definitely greater than 1. So when price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, it is known as elastic demand. And when it will be elastic? It will be only elastic when the percentage change in demand is greater than the percentage change in price. And when percentage change in demand is greater than percentage change in price, it is known as price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So here we can say that demand is more responsive to the change in a price. Okay. Now let's see the diagram. In this diagram, I have explained the elastic demand. Now we know very well that what we mean by elastic demand. Elastic demand is that demand where percentage change in demand is greater than percentage change in price. Okay. Now in this diagram, this y-axis represents the price of X in rupees, and x-axis represents quantity demanded of X in units. Here in this diagram, DD, this DD line represents demand curve, and it shows an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. Okay. Now see here, if we talk about the point A, that at the initial point A, the initial price and the initial quantity combination will be given. So at point A, what will be our initial price? The price is O2 P. So at A point, our initial price is OP and our initial demand is O2 Q. Now suppose if there is a slight change in the price, then the price will move from P to P1, and due to that the demand curve point will shift from point A to point B, and you can see here that at point B we will get a new demand, that is Q1. So when there is a slight change in the price from P to P1, which is around 25%, due to that the demand will change from Q to Q1, which is equal to 50%. So which one is greater here? Here the price changes from P to P1 by 25% and the demand changes from Q to Q1, that is 50%. So here we can say that the demand changes by 50% and the price is changing by 25%. So here the change in demand is 50% while the change in price is 25%. Okay. So when we divide it, we will get 2 answer. So 2 means price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So when percentage change in demand is greater than percentage change in price, it is known as elastic demand. And here when we join the point A and B, when you are joining the point A and B, what you will get? By joining the point A and B, we will get a demand curve, and this demand curve is a flat demand curve, okay, and which indicates a less slope. Here, for the better understanding, I have given the explanation of the diagram, which will be helpful for you while you are writing down this answer. Now let's move towards the second type of price elasticity of demand. The second type of price elasticity of demand is an inelastic demand, and the demand is said to be inelastic when the percentage change in demand of X is less than percentage change in price of X. It means when price elasticity of demand is less than 1, it is known as inelastic demand. Here you can see that the percentage change in demand of X is less than the percentage change in price of X. So here the change in price of X is greater as compared to the change in demand of X. So when the percentage change in demand is less than percentage change in price, it is known as price elasticity of demand. And here the elasticity of demand, that is the price elasticity of demand, must be less than 1. Now let's take an example again. Suppose our initial price is ₹100. At that time, initial demand was 200 units. Now suppose if the price will change or price will fall, we will get a new price and new price will be 50. Because of that, the demand will also change, and the change in demand, the demand will change from 200 to 250 units. So here the demand changes by 25% and the demand price changes from 100 to 50, that is by 50%. So here you can clearly see that here the percentage change in price of X is 50% while the percentage change in demand of X is only 25%. So which one is greater? The change in price is greater. So when percentage change in demand of X is less than percentage change in price of X, it is known as inelastic demand. With the help of equation, we can see that price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in demand of X divided by percentage change in price of X. So here the change in demand, that is 25%, we have to write it down in the place of numerator, and the change in price, that is 50%, we have to write it down in place of denominator. So here the numerator is less than the denominator. So when we divide 25 with 50, what happens? The answer will be 0.5. And when we get 0.5, it clearly indicates that the price elasticity of demand is less than 1. And when it is less than 1, it shows an inelastic demand. Okay. So here we can say that the demand is less responsive to the change in price. Now let's see the diagram again. Here, this diagram indicates the inelastic demand. And what we mean by inelastic demand? Inelastic demand means when the percentage change in demand of X is less than percentage change in price of X. Here again, on the y-axis, we have represented the price of X in rupees, and on the x-axis, we have represented the quantity demanded of X in units. In this diagram, DD is our demand curve which slopes downward from left to right, and it indicates an inverse relationship between the price and demand. In the initial level, suppose at point A, which shows an initial price and quantity demanded combination, at point A, our initial price is O to P, and at point A, our initial demand is O to Q. Now suppose if there is a huge change in the price will change from P to P1, which is equal to 50%, and due to that we will move from point A to point B, and at point B we will get a new price and demand combination. At point B you can see that the demand will also change or rise little bit from Q to Q1, and which indicates a change of 25%. So here the distance between the P to P1 is greater as compared to the distance between the Q to Q1, which clearly indicates that here the percentage change in price, which is 50%, is greater than the percentage change in demand from Q to Q1, that is equal to 25%. So when the percentage change in demand is 25% and the percentage change in price is 50%, the answer will be 0.5. And when the 0.5 is there, it clearly indicates that the elasticity of demand is less than 1, which shows that the demand here is an inelastic demand. And if we talk about the slope of the demand curve, no doubt it is a downward slope, but this demand curve is a steep demand curve, and this steep demand curve shows a high slope. Again, I have given the explanation of this diagram here for your reference. Now let's talk about the third type, that is unitary elastic demand. The demand price elasticity of demand is said to be unitary elastic when the price elasticity of demand is equal to 1. When it will be equal to 1? When the numerator and the denominator both are same. So when the percentage change in demand and the percentage change in price both are same or equal, then we can say that the demand is unitary elastic demand. Here you can clearly see that the percentage change in demand of X is equal to percentage change in price of X. So both the changes, the change in demand as well as the change in price, both are same, both are equal, then it is known as unitary elastic demand. Let's take an example. Suppose again an initial price that is 100 rupees. At that time, initial quantity demanded was 200 units. Now suppose if there is a change in price or the price will fall from rupees 100 to rupees 50, due to that the demand will also change, and the demand changes from 200 to 300 units. So what will be the change? The price will change from 100 to 50. So the change in price of X commodity is 50%, while the demand changes from 200 to 300 units, which clearly indicates that the demand is also changes by 50%. So here the price also changes by 50% and the demand also changes by 50%. Both the changes are same, so it is known as unitary elastic demand. In the equation, again, in the numerator side, what we have to write down? In the numerator, the percentage change in demand of X, that is 50% we have written over here. And in the denominator, we have to write down the percentage change in price of X, which is also equal to 50%. So here the numerator, that is percentage change in demand of X, is 50%, and the denominator, that is also percentage change in price of X, is also 50%. When both the changes are same, then the answer will be 1. And it indicates that the price elasticity of demand is equal to 1. When price elasticity of demand is equal to 1, we can say that here the demand is equally responsive to the change in its price. Now let's see the diagram of unitary elastic demand. Yes. Here you can see that this diagram indicates unitary elastic demand. When the demand is unitary elastic, when the price percentage change in demand of X is equal to percentage change in price of X, it is known as unitary elastic demand. Again here on the y-axis we represented price, and on the x-axis we have represented quantity demanded of X in units. DD is our demand curve which shows a downward slope, which indicates a price and demand is having inverse relationship. Now again, at the initial point A, which shows the initial price and quantity combination, at point A, what will be our price? Our price is from O to P. And at point A, our initial quantity demanded, that is from O to Q. So price is O to P and the demand is O to Q at point A. Now suppose due to any reason the price will fall or the price will change from P to P1, that is equal to 50%. Due to that, the demand curve point will shift from point A to point B, and at new point B we will get the new demand and price combination, which is Q1. Now here the price changes from P to P1, which is equal to 50%, and the demand which changes from Q to Q1, that is also equal to 50%. So the change in price 50% from P to P1 and the change in demand from Q to Q1, that is also 50%. Both are same, and when both are same, when we divide 50 into 50, the percentage change in demand and the percentage change in price, the answer will be 1. Okay. And when we get one answer, it clearly indicates that the price elasticity of demand is equal to unitary. For your reference, I have given the explanation of the diagram. It will be helpful for you for your examination. Now let's talk about the fourth type, that is perfectly elastic demand. The price elasticity of demand is said to be perfectly elastic when the price elasticity of demand is equal to infinity or infinite, यानी कि उसको हम अनंत बोलते हैं. इतना ज्यादा डिमांड में यहाँ पे चेंज होता है कि जिसको हम क्या नहीं कर सकते, मेजर नहीं कर सकते हैं. So when the demand is changing at an infinite rate, it is known as perfectly elastic demand. Okay. Now here you can see that the percentage change in demand of X is equal to the rate of infinite, that is known as perfectly elastic demand. Here, when there is no change in the price, or if there is a very small change in the price, and due to that the demand changes at an infinite rate, then it is known as perfectly elastic demand. So what we call perfectly elastic demand? The demand is said to be perfectly elastic when the demand changes at an infinite rate. In reality, this kind of concept is rarely seen and this is the kind of theoretical concept only. But if we talk about the practical example, then this kind of demand curve or this kind of elasticity can be seen only in the case of perfect competition market. Now, as you all know that what we mean by perfectly competitive market, perfectly competitive market is that market where large number of buyers and sellers are there and which are selling homogeneous products. And what you mean by homogeneous product? Homogeneous product means when the price, quality, size, shape, weight, everything is same, irrespective of number of sellers. तो चाहे मार्केट में कितने भी सेलर हो, all the sellers are selling homogeneous same type of products. It is known as homogeneous products. So यहां पे हमको क्या याद रखना है कि जब प्राइस में बिल्कुल भी चेंज ना हो या प्राइस में अगर थोड़ा सा भी चेंज होता है तो उसकी वजह से डिमांड इतनी ज्यादा चेंज होती है ऑलमोस्ट इनफाइनाइट रेट पे कि उसको हम लोग मेजर नहीं कर सकते. ऐसी इलास्टिसिटी को कौन सी इलास्टिसिटी बोलेंगे? परफेक्टली इलास्टिक डिमांड. And it is generally not seen in practical world, but it can be applicable in case of perfect competition. But we know that the perfect competition is also a kind of ideal market which is not seen in the real world. Okay. Here the demand curve is not downward sloping, but the demand curve here is which kind of demand curve? It is a straight parallel to horizontal axis line. So you can say it is parallel to x-axis. It can be a horizontal line or it can be a straight parallel to horizontal x-axis line. Now let's see the diagram for the more clarification. Here you can see that the demand is called perfectly elastic demand when the PED is equal to infinite. Here again at y-axis we have represented price and on the x-axis we have represented the quantity demanded of x. Now here in this diagram you can clearly see that the slope of this demand curve is not downward but it is a horizontal line, a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. Why is it so? Because as I said earlier that this kind of demand curve is only possible in case of perfect competition where large number of buyers and sellers are selling homogeneous type of products. So when the products are homogeneous, you have to sell all the products at a same price. So at a same price, you can sell any amount of goods or any number of goods you would like to sell. So here in this diagram, you can see here that at point P, okay, at P price, O to P price, the producer or the seller are able to sell any number of goods they would like to sell. So at P price, our demand curve is horizontal, which indicates that at P price, that is suppose at rupees 50, P indicates rupees 50 here. So at P price at 50 rupees, the producers are able to sell any quantity of goods they would like to sell. तो P पे उनको जितनी चीजें बेचना है 50 रुपीज पे वो लोग बेच सकते हैं. एंड नंबर ऑफ गुड्स, इट हैज नो लिमिट. यहां पे मैंने ये डिमांड कर को स्टॉप कर दिया है, बट इफ यू कैन मूव इट देन इट कैन गो लॉन्ग ऑल्सो. तो विच इंडिकेट्स दैट एट P प्राइस द डिमांड इज इंक्रीजिंग एट अ इनफाइनाइट रेट. क्योंकि P प्राइस पे हम जितना चाहे उतना बेच सकते हैं, कोई लिमिट नहीं है. P प्राइस फिक्स रहेगी. You can sell any quantity at price P. But suppose if there is a slight change in the price in the market is there, if one producer is trying to charge more price than the market price, then what will happen? Suppose one producer is trying to charge or trying to take more than P price. Suppose it is P1. Now the P1 which is 51 rupees. So when the producer is going to increase the price from P to P1, just a little bit change from 50 to rupees 51, what will happen? At rupees 50, the producers are able to sell any quantity they would like to sell. So at P price, the demand is at infinite rate. But when we higher the price little bit, suppose from P to P1, at P1, our demand will be 0. So if in the perfectly competitive market, you are trying to charge more than the market price, little bit higher, then your demand becomes 0. So at P price at rupees 50, your demand is infinite. But when you are changing your price little bit or hiring the price from 50 to 51, the demand becomes 0. So it's a huge change. It's a drastic change. Earlier at P price, the demand is at infinite rate. But when you are slightly moving the price up, the demand becomes 0. So it is called perfectly elastic demand. And the perfectly elastic demand indicates the change in demand is equal to infinite rate. Here again I have given the explanation which will be helpful for you. Now let's discuss the last point, the last type, that is perfectly inelastic demand. The price elasticity of demand is said to be perfectly inelastic when the price elasticity of demand is equal to 0. So when the change in demand due to change in price is equal to 0, we know that the price elasticity of demand is 0. So here, when the price elasticity of demand will be 0, when the demand doesn't change with the change in its price. यानी डिमांड में बिल्कुल भी चेंज ना हो, चाहे प्राइस कितनी भी चेंज होती रहे, either the price will increase or decrease, either the price will change, the demand will not change at all. So the change in demand will result in 0. So that is known as perfectly inelastic demand. Here you must remember that the demand remains constant. So there is no change in demand, only the price will change. And when this kind of condition is there, what happens? This kind of condition, because of that, here the demand curve will not be horizontal. The demand curve will be a straight vertical line parallel to y-axis or vertical axis. Which kind of goods are available in this kind of price elasticity of demand? In the perfectly inelastic demand, if we really want to take an example, then you can take the example of water, or you can also take the example of very cheap goods like needle and matchbox. For more clarification, now let's see the example. Suppose the initial price was 20 of any commodity. At that time, the demand is 10 units. Now suppose the price will change or decrease from 20 to 10. So the change in price from 20 to 10 is equal to 50%. So here the price changes by 50%, and due to that the demand will also change, but the demand will remain same, 10 units to 10 units. So you can say here that here the price changes by 50%, but the demand remains same. So there is no change in demand. It means the percentage change in demand of S is equal to 0. So it is known as perfectly inelastic demand. For more clarification, now let's see the diagram. This diagram indicates the perfectly inelastic demand, which is of vertical demand curve. Now in this diagram, the y-axis represents price again, and the x-axis represents quantity demanded of x in units. Again, here DD is our demand curve, which is not a downward sloping demand curve. Here the demand curve is a vertical slope, straight line, which is parallel to y-axis. And what does it indicate? Suppose here at point A, which is our initial price and demand combination. At point A, our initial price is O to P, and at point A, our initial demand is O to Q. Okay. Now here, suppose the price will fall or change from P to P1 by 50%, and due to that we will move from point A to point B, and B will give us new price and demand combination. So the new price will be O to P1, and at point B our new demand will be again Q and Q only. So there is no change in demand. At point A our demand is also Q, and at point B it means at even the price P and even at price P1, in both the prices the demand will remain same. There is no change in price at all. So when whatever price change there, that will not affect the demand at all, and the demand change will remain same, or there is no change in demand due to change in price, then it is known as perfectly inelastic demand. So when the change in demand is 0 and the change in price is 50, the answer will be 0. Okay. Here again I have given the explanation of all the diagrams so that it will be helpful to all of you for better writing in your exam. Now let's have a quick review of all the points which we have covered in this answer, that is the types of price elasticity of demand. Now we have learned that when the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, it is known as elastic demand. When the price elasticity of demand is less than 1, it is known as inelastic demand. When the price elasticity of demand is equal to 1, it is known as unitary elastic demand. When the price elasticity of demand is equal to infinite rate, it is known as perfectly elastic demand. When price elasticity of demand is equal to 0, it is known as perfectly inelastic demand. Now, when the demand is called elastic demand, the demand price elasticity of demand is said to be elastic when the percentage change in demand of X is greater than percentage change in price of X. When the price elasticity of demand is said to be inelastic when the percentage change in demand is less than percentage change in price. So in the elastic demand, the change in demand is greater than percentage change in price, while in inelastic demand, the percentage change in price is greater than percentage change in demand. When the demand is said to be unitary price elasticity of demand, when both the changes, the percentage change in demand of X and the percentage change in price of X, both are equal, it is known as unitary elastic demand. When the price elasticity of demand is said to be perfectly elastic, it is said to be perfectly elastic demand when the percentage change in demand is equal to infinite or infinity rate. And last, when the price elasticity of demand is said to be perfectly inelastic, it is said to be perfectly inelastic when percentage change in demand of X is equal to 0. So I hope it is clear to everyone. Now let's have a quick review of all this diagram. I am going to zoom it out for the better understanding and for the better view. Now first type which we have discussed, that is elastic demand. The second which we have discussed, that is inelastic demand. The third which we have discussed, that is unitary elastic demand. The fourth which we had discussed, that is the perfectly elastic demand. And the fifth one which we have discussed, that is perfectly inelastic demand. In the top three diagrams, you can see that the slope of the demand curve in the elastic demand, inelastic demand and in the unitary demand is downward slope, but still the slope is not same. Although all the slopes are downward, but still there is some difference. In the elastic demand, you can see here, in case of elastic demand, The slope of the demand curve is, it is a flat demand curve and it indicates less slope. While in the inelastic demand, it indicates steep demand curve and it indicates high slope. While the unitary elastic demand shows which kind of slope of demand curve? It is a medium slope. It is a downward, but it is a medium slope which is neither steep nor flat. While in the other two types, that is perfectly elastic demand and perfectly inelastic demand, you can see here that in case of perfectly elastic demand, which is seen in case of perfect competition market, where the demand slopes horizontal. The slope of the demand curve is straight horizontal line which is parallel to x-axis. And in case of perfectly inelastic demand, the slope of the demand curve is vertical slope straight line which is parallel to y-axis. Now if you talk about the examples, then elastic demand, this kind of elastic demand can be seen in case of luxurious good. In case of luxurious good, because it is not necessity for the life and people will postpone the demand, if the price is high, then there are more changes of change in demand or more possibility of change in demand due to change in price. So this kind of elastic demand can be seen in case of luxurious good. Another type, inelastic demand. Inelastic type of demand can be seen in case of necessity goods. Necessity means which is urgent need, which is required for the human life, without which the human life is not possible or the survival is not possible. Like for example, food, shelter and cloth, medicine. These are the example of necessity goods. So necessity goods में कौन सी elasticity देखने को मिलती है? उसमें inelastic demand देखने को मिलती है. If you talk about the unitary, तो unitary का कोई हमारे पास perfect example है नहीं, because in real world it is very difficult to get this kind of elasticity. So there is no such examples are available. In case of perfectly elastic demand, the example will be perfect competition. In case of perfect competition, perfectly elastic demand can be seen. And in case of water, suppose, और इन केस ऑफ वेरी चीप गुड्स लाइक नीडल, सॉल्ट, उनके केस में क्या होता है, नीडल और सॉल्ट में, चाहे नीडल और सॉल्ट है या फिर मैच बॉक्स है, उनकी प्राइस कितनी भी बढ़ जाए या कितनी भी कम हो जाए, द पीपल डिमांड विल रिमेन सेम बिकॉज दे आर वेरी चीप गुड्स, इट विल नॉट अफेक्ट अवर डिमांड. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट what is price elasticity of demand, what are the types of price elasticity of demand. What we have discussed in this lecture is what is price elasticity of demand and what are the types of price elasticity of demand along with its diagram. I hope it is clear to everyone and it will be very helpful for your university exams. Thank you so much.